Okay, I'm gonna make some Spanish rice. So start with 2 cups of rice. I've already rinsed them out and put a little oil in the pan, and now I'm gonna turn them brown. Got my onions and bell pepper ready, but you can put whatever you want. I'm gonna add a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes because that gives it a little kick. 1 deal of tomato sauce, and I use for the oil olive oil. And then, okay, that's 2 cups of rice. And then once it starts getting brown and everything, I'm going to add 4 cups of water and the onions and the bell peppers. Well, it's pretty much just add everything. Alright, it takes about 10 minutes for it to start turning brown. And over here I got my spices ready, mostly chili powder. I got a little bit of garlic powder. Got some chicken bouillon and a little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit more kick. When I'm eating Spanish rice, I want it to have a little bit of a kick. Okay, I need to stir that. It takes a good 10 minutes to get it to brown because you can't do it real fast. If you do it too fast, it'll just burn. Make sure you use a little oil in there. I'd say probably about 3 tablespoons, maybe more, 4. And stir often once it starts heating up and cooking. Stir often because you don't want it to burn. Gross. Okay, it's starting to brown a little bit. Got my water ready, got my spices ready, and this is my special ingredient that I add. Sometimes I make a big pork roast and just, put it into baggies and freeze it. I use it for regular pinto beans. That 1 quart bag is perfect size. I use it for pinto beans, black-eyed peas, and of course my rice. Okay, it takes a while to get it to turn brown. I wouldn't say change my mind. I say about 20 minutes. So once it turns good and brown, because you want brown Spanish rice, not white, I will add the water and then click back on here. Okay, I added the 4 cups of water and all the spices, and that's mainly chili powder. I guess probably about 3 tablespoons of chili powder, maybe. So what you want to do is just use 2 first, 2 tablespoons. Then give it a taste test. See how spicy that tastes. I had to add a little bit more because I like mine really chili flavor. Okay. I'll add these tomatoes, juice and all. Then I'll add tomato sauce, every bit of that small can. Then I'll add all of this. Alright, I added everything, all the tomatoes, bell peppers, tomatoes, I meant onions with bell peppers, and tomatoes, with tomato sauce. Usually I add the pork roast at the very end, right after it's done, but this time I'll try to cook it with everything. So let me just add that. We'll get it to boiling again. Alright, I got everything in there. Got that pork roast in there. Like I said, I usually add that whenever it's done. But it does make the rice kind of mushy, so I'm going to cook it all together this time, and hopefully that roast won't turn all tough, because it was already done, already cooked perfectly, nice and tender. But now we got to get it to boiling again, so we'll turn up the heat just a little bit. And once we get it boiling, Cover it. Let it cook about 15 minutes. Turn it down low. Once it starts boiling, turn it on low, very low. Cover it. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Do it quickly and look at it. Raise the lid and look at it and get a little bit on a teaspoon and taste it. This probably won't be done. Probably needs another 5 or 10 minutes because it takes a while for rice to cook. But there you go. That's going to be the Spanish rice. Okay, looks like we finally got it boiling. Give it a good stir before you put the lid on, which I already did. So put the lid on. Make sure it's tight. Turn your burner down to very low. Set the timer for 15 minutes. And then walk away and let it cook.